We're doing a creative boot camp and we're on challenge number 5, and today you might need your trash can because what we make we're probably just going to throw away, and that's okay. Grab your watercolors, give them a spritz, and in this exercise I want you to get ready to loosen up because you're not going to have much control at all. We're going to start with the part we can control, and that is we're going to mix up a couple different colors. I'm going to do a yellow, an orange, and a pink. Being creative is often about learning to let go of your habits as well as your ideas about things, and sometimes even the art you make. So I want you to grab some paper that you don't really care about, something that you're okay with throwing away. Then I want you to pick something kind of simple, but that is also maybe a little bit loose or a little bit flowy. I'm gonna go with some pretty basic flower shapes as my inspiration. I'm gonna fill my brush with any of the colors, and then I'm gonna close my eyes, and I'm going to try to make the petals of a flower. It's actually super cute. While it's still a little wet, I'm gonna grab some yellow and I'm just gonna drop it in the center just because I want it to have some extra fun colors. Then I'm gonna use my hand as a guide just to kind of roughly make sure that I'm not painting directly where I painted the other one. It's okay if it touches it a bit. I'm going to, again, fill my brush with another color. I'm gonna close my eyes and I'm going to, again, try to make one of these flowers. As I make each of the flowers, if I feel like it could use a little bit extra, I'm gonna go ahead and drop some different colors in it while it's still wet just to make it fun. And I'm going to continue to fill up the entire page, just repeating this process over and over again. The goal here is to really relax into the exercise and allow yourself to not be stressed about the results because you can't really control them with your eyes closed. Now, as you do this exercise, a couple interesting things can happen. The first of which kind of happened to me. You'll notice that as I did each one, my strokes became more confident and they ended up actually kind of looking a little more like a traditional flower would if you were doing very basic shapes. And I think that's down to just repeating that motion over and over again. You start to really kind of build confidence even though you're not really thinking about it. Now, the second thing that can happen is kind of on reflection, because there are parts of the ones, especially the first one that I did, that I really like. And the part that I love is this little part where the bristles must have separated as I was twisting and swirling my brush around, but it's not something I typically would have left if I were painting these very intentionally. If you get to this point and you think, okay, I learned a couple cool things, but I'm done with this, then we can just throw it away. But if you're still having fun with this, now it's time to see if there are things that we can do to salvage it. And by salvage it, I mean really take a look at it and try to think about what it might need. In looking at mine, I wanted to fill in some of the blank areas with some leaves. I'm trying to make sure that I don't care and make them too perfect because it wouldn't match the style of the closed eyes flowers. There are also some of these colors that I think would look better if they were a little bit brighter, so I'm going to add in some more color. And then I might even add in a few extra little details just to give the eye a few places to actually go. Honestly, for something I painted about a third of it with my eyes closed, I really like it. In this challenge, you really just kind of have to let go and be free and figure out how you can adapt. And there's also a lesson in here on starting something really loose where you don't have a ton of control, but then figuring out what you can do to make it all come together. Painting is worth doing, even if you don't end up loving the result and end up throwing it away at the end. It was still so fun to do, and I feel better after doing it, and sometimes that's the key. But I do actually kind of like this one.